Manifestation is science. It is a method that focuses on feeling, visualizing, and experiencing something that is abstract and turning into something so vivid that you feel like reality. In short, rather than seeing is believing, it's quite the opposite. Believing is seeing. Many people think manifestation is some kind of wishy-washy stuff, since how can anyone just think of what they want and actually get what they want? Well, they can't be further from the truth. Robin Sharma once said, "Everything is created twice, first in mind and then in reality." Vincent van Gogh must have drawn the storyline in his mind first and then paint that image he had in his mind onto a piece of paper. When Steve Jobs was creating iPhone, he had people manufacture many prototypes of different sizes, designs, and details. He just played with them one by one. He would then say, "No, that's not how I picture it. No, that just doesn't feel right." Until he magically found one, he went, "Bingo! That's exactly the one that was on my mind." You see, giants manifest their futures all the time. In order to demystify this, we need to explain the basic quantum physics. Trust me, it's not rocket science. According to Einstein's special theory of relativity, energy equal to mass times the square of speed of light. This shows that energy and object is interchangeable. If you destroy object, you get energy. But what about the opposite? How does the energy create object? First of all, what is an object? Objects are made of molecules and molecules are made of atoms. Atoms are made of atomic nucleus and electrons. Here's where things get interesting. Quantum physics has found that electrons exist in the form of cloud. Rather than a usual cloud which is made of water primarily, electron cloud is made of probability. That means electron can exist at any location around the nucleus, each location with a small probability. Now here's the key. Only when we observe the electron, then it collapses into one location. Basically, the electron picks one location and magically appears there. This is called the observer effect. When one observes an electron, it appears at a location. So how does this relate to manifestation? Look, we live in a parallel universe where there are infinitely many versions of future, just like electrons have infinitely many locations to appear. So by imagining the future that you desire, you are being an observer of that specific future. According to observer effect, that future is deemed to happen. All you need to do is be bold and manifest. The universe is in charge of making it happen. So if you constantly think that I'm a loser, I'm poor, I've got no one that loves me, well, the universe will make sure that happens. But if you close your eyes, picture the ideal version of yourself in an ideal version of the world. Feel it so vividly. And when you open your eyes, you start to behave like that person, feel like that person, and ultimately you will be that person because your energy level matches with the energy level of the ideal version of yourself. Here's a scientific experiment. In 1994, 4 brain scientists published an article that shocked the world. They invited 2 groups of a highly skilled basketball player to an experiment. One group was asked to practice shooting free throw, quite literally. The other group was asked to just stand there and imagine them practicing shooting free throw. The result was jaw-dropping. After a period of time, 2 groups of players almost showed the same level of improvement after the experiment. This is because every time you think of something, can be an action, an emotion, or anything, your brain will reinforce that part of brain cell together once again. This is because our brain is very energy consuming. Despite only representing 2% of our body weight, our brain actually accounts for 20% of the energy consumption. So by thinking of something many times, you are telling your brain that I'm going to use this quite often. Your brain will then say, okay, let me save some energy for that. So your brain starts to rewire those brain cells to create a highway for the thing that's constantly on your mind. This is so-called muscle memory, or should I say brain cell memory. That's why manifesting is so powerful. If you manifest something real hard, you're basically redesigning your brain to allow that thing to happen. So what if you manifest the ideal version of yourself? How you think, act, and feel? That's right. Your brain becomes that brain which the ideal version of yourself possesses. Of course you are going to have everything you want. This is the real meaning of fake it until you make it. The key here is manifestation is equal to imagination plus feeling plus action. Too many people only focus on imagination. They just sit there and daydream. That's not enough. You need to wake up and feel like a completely different person. And then act accordingly. If you want to manifest a good body shape, go picture yourself like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Pamela Reif, and wake up feel like him or her, almighty and confident. Naturally, you will eat healthy, exercise regularly, since that's what they do, and you are one of them. If you want a result, you need action. That's the whole package of manifestation. Still have doubts? Check this out. Martin Luther King, he had a dream and prayed at least an hour a day for it to happen. That's manifestation. Guess what? It happened. Jack Ma, the richest person in China, once said, ordinary people goes by seeing is believing, but extraordinary people says, believing is seeing. The guy doesn't even know how to write one line of code, yet he created the largest online shopping platform in China. Thomas Edison wanted to light up the whole world. He wanted so bad that he tested over 6,000 plant material and magically he found one. Mahatma Gandhi, the man who freed India, was so firmly believed that one day India will be independent and no war should ever happen. Even when the harsh truth was presented to him in early years, he never changed his belief, and ultimately his will bend the reality. So here's the science behind manifestation. Next time we'll talk about some practice you can do for manifesting your boldest dream into reality. So please subscribe and stay tuned. I'm Fatih, my friend.